Have anything to do with President take off a finger, maybe your wrist, and that's it. I do have this portable medicine chest, and in it some different things, different medicines. I've got water, which is a painkiller. I've got brandy, which is a stimulant. And I've got another stimulant. Stethoscope. I've got different vials of pills. This is called Blue Mass. It's used to treat anything and everything. It's mercury-based. Mercury-based, yes. So it was taken off by about 1862, 1863. All mercury compounds were removed.
It's actually a poison.
Yes, slow poisoning.
And what would they think?
Anything. Because mercury, as you slowly become poisoned by mercury, sometimes it causes euphoric symptoms, things like that. So if someone's depressed and they're taking mercury a lot, they may become cheerful, giddy off, and they're thinking that's why it's the pill. It's the mercury acting on the nervous system. Quinine for fever, for malaria. Malaria is a big thing in the South. Once you got to Virginia, down south, a lot of malaria, a lot of swampy wind. Even Washington, D.C. It was called Washington, D.C. back then. Washington really sits on a swamp. Like probably the worst place to build a city. It was all swamp and things like that. So you had malaria. Actually, during the summer, a lot of everybody got out of Washington. You got it. It's out.
That's the doctor's daughter. Yay!
It's used for burns. What else do I got? I got some bandages. Got some towels. Got a field tourniquet. Different from the one in the hospital. This is a very primitive, quick field tourniquet. You tie it on in the area above the wound, pull it tight, so you stop the bleeding. So the patient doesn't bleed out. Let's see. That's pretty much it. The main hospital would have all the medicines. They would have the large medicine chest. They would have
Can I ask you a question? If somebody was pretty badly wounded, would you just ship them right to the hospital, or would you try to do what you can?
Badly wounded as
like,
a hit here, a hit in the chest, a hit in the abdomen, give them a little pain medicine, make it no treating. If you got shot in the leg or an arm or whatever, they went clean through and didn't break a bone, we patch you up and just watch for infection. If it broke your bone, we'd have to send you back to the hospital and we'd amputate. Yeah. No, they wouldn't do that. Yeah, kind of switch sides. Usually they would pool after a major battle. Sometimes they would pool their resources together.
it was an honor code.
Yeah.
You know? It wasn't honorable to do that. It was how they didn't do it, I guess.
No, they didn't.
So essentially, you were just like the sort of very superficial minor stuff.
Minor stuff, yeah.
If you were major, you were going to die, they left you alone.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you got to go to the hospital.
And then after, from there, depending if you need more convalescence, they'd send you back to Washington, D.C., Baltimore, New York State to the main, big brick and mortar.
And do you know how many Confederates died in the war?
They keep changing the numbers. No, seriously.
Because I have no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
a lot of people.
The reason why is because they were fighting. The generals were taught military tactics based on Poland. With the old smooth bore muskets. By the 1860s, they had rifle muskets. So they're still fighting very close together. They're now using a rifle bullet, which is going to cut right through you and cause more damage. So that was the thing. The casualties were so low. And then disease, obviously.
Alright, you guys ready to move on?
We also took the part of being raiders. You know what a raider is? What's a raider? Something. We'd go back and we'd burn crops, tear up railroad tracks, tear down the telegraph lines, make it difficult for the enemy to keep its men in the field. If they can't feed them and equip them and send them ammunition, it's pretty hard to stay on the front line. So, we have a number of different weapons than the infantry carries. First off, I'm holding a carbine. The carbine loads from the breech or the rear of the gun, which means we can fire 3 or 4 times faster than the infantry can, and we also lay down and fire or fire from a kneeling position, which makes us a smaller target. So fewer of us can project a larger presence than one might expect. We also have the advantage of being highly mobile. In the 19th century, there are no cars, no tanks, no helicopters. The only way to get someplace fast was on a fast horse. And that's what we did. We moved fast, rode hard, and at the end of the day, we still had a hard day because we had to take care of these horses. Before we could enjoy our meal or relax at all, like the infantry does, we have to first water the horses, groom the horses, feed the horses. We have horse guards, we have regular camp guards. There's a lot more work to being in the cavalry, which is why we get an extra $3 a month. That's a lot of money in the 19th century. So, the carbine allows us to fight dismounted, which is how we fought most of the Civil War. You know the cavalry charges that you see in the movies, those really seldom ever happened because the technology of the time, the infantry could shoot us down long before we ever got there. So we often fought as dismounted infantry. The other weapon that we carried was the pistol, which gave us 6 shots.
Put my sword back.
But reloading this on horseback was highly impractical, especially when you're under fire on a spinning horse with people trying to kill you. So you could carry 3 or more pistols, but when they were out, they were out. We had 2 more weapons. The saber, which never runs out of ammunition. But the drawback is we have to be in close personal contact with you. We have to reach out and hurt someone with it. So if you're standing off at any sort of distance with a pistol or musket, you can take us out before we get the saber. But if you're already in retreat, we will run you down like grass and take your head with a saber. The last weapon that we have is what we're sitting on. 11 to 1,200 pounds of horse galloping at 35 miles an hour creates an awful lot of kinetic energy. And it really hurts to be run over by a horse at the gallop. So it's also a psychological weapon. When you have 1,000 to 1,200 horses on line charging at you, screaming with sabers in their hand, unless you're well-disciplined, organized infantry, you might break and run, and that will be the ruin of you, because we will run you down and take your head with the saber. And that's what we're going to demonstrate here. We have a cabbage out on the post, which approximates the size and height of a human head. And we're going to show you what a cavalry saber does to a retreating infantryman. And then we will demonstrate the pistol on the balloons.
They're going to cut their heads off.
So, Sergeant Glassman.
Maybe when I'm sitting down. Whoa, look at that! Wow. Look at that, Mom.
Feel free to cheer.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! I said a huh! And I said a huh! Woo! Sorry! Got too excited.
And I'm Riley. And he is on Buck. Yeah!
Excited.
Whoa! Look at that, everyone! Woo! That was great!
Sergeant Glassman's going for another hit.
That's it! Go for it! They got it! Yeah! That was good to me! Decapitated. Come on! You can do it! Get that green ball over there!
Uh-oh, look what they're gonna do now.
Oh no! This was... Oh no! Whoa, let him go!
They're missing.
Whoa, look at that! Mommy, look!
Awesome.
That's what they did, they horse fight.
Oh, the sword fighting.
Oh wait, he's alive! That was cool! That was awesome! A lot of game here.
Sorry, I lost the mic there.
That's okay!
Rough up here on the horse with the mic. What we just demonstrated was how we would practice saber charges and saber combat on horse-to-horse combat. Not an easy thing to do. As you notice, the horses are a little reluctant to slam directly into each other. And the further away you are from the person, the less effective you are. So you wanted to get in close and tight and deliver a lethal blow, or at least a disabling blow that would take your opponent out of the fight, which was more than good enough. Next, we're going to demonstrate the pistol and how. We're going to demonstrate the use of the pistol on these balloon targets. We're just going to pretend they're revs because we like it better.
Go! 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 Yeah! Come on! It's gonna be close! Whoa! Did you see that? That was awesome! Oh my gosh! That is so awesome! Here's again! Yeah! Did you see that?
Alright!
Woohoo! There's one more! Blow it up! Oh man! You didn't want to see that, folks! Wait a minute. It's gonna be close. Oh, too close to begin with. You didn't want to see it like this. That's all for us. The final score: balloon 1, the horses 0. Oh no, wait, no zeros for horses. Wait. Yeah! Now it's balloon 0 and horses 1. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my gosh, that was awesome! Woo! Woo! Did you see that? Shoot that green thing! That was cool!
Prisoners were seldom taken, especially in cabbage. Well, thank you for coming to see the 10th New York Cavalry's mounted demonstration. We invite you all to visit in the cavalry camp by the school buses at Richmond Farmhouse and Barn. And we are active